say we get out of here, yes?
Yeah.
All right, buenas tardes, good afternoon. My name is John. I'll be your boat captain next 35 minutes. We'll take a nice 2.5 mile cruise around this old riverwalk. It's going to be short and sweet. How many first timers in the Go Rio boat? Let me see, show of hands. Welcome to San Antonio. Always great to see first timers here in our boat. All right, a few house rules before we get going, right? No standing on the boat when it's moving like that. You'll see why later on not a good idea. Secondly, we always ask our guests to kind of keep the body parts inside the wood rail. We get close to the boat, to the wall, we get a little scared. Third, we have 40 brand new life preservers. 20 right there, 20 on that. That has never ever been used. Brand new, they still have a price tag on them. Nobody wants to use them. You know why? Anybody want to guess how deep it is right here? About 3 feet to maybe 4, 3.5, maybe 4. Now, if this boat was to sink right now, you know what would happen? Nothing at all. We'd just be stranded. It wouldn't go nowhere. The water level might not even reach out to the boat. Now, having said that, listen to this. Between 150 and 200 people are going to fall in the water downtown San Antonio. It happens every year. Sometimes by accident, sometimes you have too much to drink and you don't know where you're headed, so you're going to be in the water. So, if today's your lucky day or unlucky day, should you fall in the water, don't panic, don't scream, don't yell, don't act like Rose of the Titanic, Jack, come back, don't do all that. If you fall in the water, follow my simple advice. Once you hit the bottom, come back up, cover your face like this, and run as fast as you can to get us out of the water. You know why they cover your face? If not, you're going to be on somebody's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. Yes! You're going to be very infamous. Let me tell you what happened here I want to say about 2 years ago. I'm driving right here. There were 2 young girls playing right there, pushing each other, trying to push each other. They were just playing. They weren't fighting. They were about 14, 15. So one of them accidentally falls in the water. Then I see a guy from Margaritaville. He jumped the stairs, and he comes all the way over here, takes the picture, and he's gone. The little girl thought, oh, somebody's coming to help me. No one's going to help you fall in the water. You're on your own. That's why I said get out as fast as you can. So, now that we got that out of the way, don't worry about it. No one's ever drowned, fallen in the Riverwalk from the waterway or the boat. All right. Now, right here where you guys boarded is called the River Center location. Go Rio has 2 other ones. We have the Historia and we have the Asset. We're going to pass those up in a little bit. They're the same tours, just different starting points. Sometimes people come all the way over here to Low Distance because they think it's a different tour. The wrong information. Same tour, just different starting points. Now, I don't like this location for one reason. I guess you guys didn't know this, and I'm glad it didn't happen to you. A lot of times, when the guests are loading right here, if you look up, there's pigeon coops up there. They're unloading on you. That's why we keep a lot of paper towels here. So, if you want to look up, at least close your mouth. Don't open your mouth. Look up, but you can keep your mouth closed right there. That's the pigeon coop right there. Yeah. You see them? They're waiting for you right here. All right, straight ahead. Look at that statue right here. You see that beautiful statue right there? You know what she's called? This beautiful stargazer. She is one big woman. She is 16 feet tall, made out of 80 blocks of volcanic rock from Mexico. Her creator, Pedro Reyes, put it together here on site, 1 block at a time, 1 layer at a time. She is called this beautiful, beautiful stargazer. And the star that she's gazing is a white little marble star. Now, I have to admit, when they were building this statue right here, they started from the bottom up. There for a while, I thought they were building a Kim Kardashian thing, like, oh my God, what's happening down here? I am so glad it turned out to be Miss Beautiful Stargazer, not Kim Kardashian. Anyway, look to the right of the boat, that beautiful little statue right there, that is San Antonio de Padua. The city of San Antonio is named after that saint. The Riverwalk is named after that saint. That was a gift from Portugal to the state of Texas back in 1968. Does anyone know what happened in San Antonio in 1968? I'm afraid to ask that question because I've been getting a lot of weird answers lately. Yes. Somebody this morning said, oh, I know, sir. Was there a lot of murders in 1968? I don't know about the murder stat part. You know, maybe. Then somebody said, oh, there was a flood there. Wasn't there? No, no flood. And then somebody said this morning, I said, you know what, I'll give up. Let me give you the answer. Somebody said, oh, I know. That was the Battle of the Alamo, right? Not in 1968. That was 1836. A couple of years different. Anyway. 54 years ago, San Antonio had a World's Fair called Hemisphere 1968. 6 to 7 million people came to San Antonio to attend our event that we had over here at Hemisphere Plaza. Again, since 1968, this tiny Riverwalk is no longer tiny. It's expansions every year, every day. New hotels, new restaurants. Even River Center gets some new attractions. They got Sea Life, they got Legoland. We never had to have before. Now, look to the right of the boat right here. You see the beautiful church steeple right there? That is called St. Joseph German Catholic Church. The German population in San Antonio in the late 1800s, early 1900s, very prominent, very strong. That church was built for them back in 1868, over 150 years ago. Little towns like New Braunfels, New Berlin, Scherlenberg, Bowling Green kind of all expanded out of San Antonio. The only thing in German in that church today, if you were to attend, the last Sunday of every month, the choir still performs in German. It is a beautiful, beautiful church, St. Joseph German Catholic Church right there. All right, now look straight ahead. You see the Hilton Palacio del Rio? You look at that hotel, you say, oh, well, it's not nothing fancy. It is not fancy. I don't think it's a beautiful hotel at all. But you know what? That hotel made national news for San Antonio. It was on TV for 2 full days back in 1968. Why? That hotel is a 500-room hotel that was built in a record time, 202 working days. Back in 1968, San Antonio puts out a call. We didn't have enough room for our guests that were coming to our event. We put out a call for a builder. H.B. Zachary responds to that call. San Antonio, I am here. I can build you the hotel you're looking for. It's going to be a very unconventional way, but I can do it. San Antonio says, H.B., whatever it takes, just build the hotel. So, H.B. Zachary started building the hotel here, foundation frame. But take a good look at that hotel. You see those rooms right there? Not one single room was built here on site. While he's building the hotel downtown, he's having the room to the hotel built somewhere else in a different part of the city. When they're finished, they're brought downtown on flatbed truck with the cranes away here. They pick them up and slide it in like a Lego block. That is a modular construction building right there. First of its kind in the nation back in 1968. They were supposed to do 10 inserts. They got so well at the process, so good at the process, they actually did 35 inserts per day. That is what it made national news. A hotel this big, 500 hotel, had never been built in 202 working days. There's a 21-minute YouTube video on the makings of the Hilton Palacio Rio. It is a pretty cool story on YouTube. Check it out. Again, it opened up 1 week prior to the start of the 1968 World Cup. To make a left turn, we're about to leave the man-made part. This man-made, obviously was man-made in 1968. That river you see across, that is the natural part of the San Antonio River. It's been here thousands of years. The Payaya Indians used to roam the natural part of the river thousands of years ago. They used to call it Yana Guana, which means peaceful water in Indian terms. Now, I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the tour that between 150 and 200 people are going to fall in the water, right? Guess what? There's this spot right in front of you, right here on the left-hand side. You see a little green sign that says Dirty in LA Shower Spot? They're responsible for 30 every year. Yeah, it's a happy, rowdy club right here. I know it's early, it's closed, you don't hear no music. Come by on Friday, Saturday night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know how we know? Right across over here on the right-hand side, there's a ticket office called the Historia. The cameras all over the place right there. That's where we spot them dropping like flies right here. And do a little Dirty and LA Shower Spot. And this is your other ticket office right here at Historia. Now, who on the boat has been to the Alamo already? Who's been to the Alamo? Anybody? Okay. So you know the date, March 6, 1836. A very, very important date. That was the Battle of the Alamo. This part of San Antonio that we're about to come into is called La Vita, which means little village, played a major part of that battle. How do we know? When San Antonio starts to dig up and excavate and clean up, what do we keep finding over here? Cannons, cannonballs, artillery, all that kind of stuff in this area right here. So we know for a fact that during the Battle of the Alamo, Santa Anna's cannons are firing from this area right here, and the Alamo is a straight shot right there where that orange torch is right there. This is considered to be the line of fire during the Battle of the Alamo. March 6, 1836. Now, I am making a slight right turn. You see all those chairs right there? Actually, the chairs are hardly never there. They're sending them up for a parade. We have a parade called the Ford Holiday River Parade that starts on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, the day after Thanksgiving, Friday after 7 o'clock. Again, over 100,000 lights have come to life when they flip that switch, and they'll stay on all the way to January 9th. So if you want to come downtown during the Christmas holidays, you have to come after the Christmas holidays, and you'll see how beautiful it is. All these lights are hanging. You'll be seeing them, and I think they are testing them today because I saw them on early today. Now, the Orchestra River Theater holds 800 people on the left-hand side, divided by a little river, and then you have a stage on the right-hand side. Does anyone on this boat know who made that little stage famous for San Antonio on the right-hand side? Sandra Bullock, that is correct. I didn't have to give no hint. In the year 2000, Sandra Bullock was on that little stage on the right-hand side, filming the movie Miss Congeniality. Who remembers that movie? That was back in 2000. That was a long time ago. Remember when we had the swimsuit competition when the Asmus, Rhode Island, a perfect date? It's April 24th, 25th, not too hot, not to go, something like that. Right there would happen on that little stage. All right, straight ahead. You see that vaquero, that cowboy trying to run up the stairs? That is called the Briscoe Western Art Museum. If you like history, if you like Western art, that is not a bad place to hang out right here. Back in 1930, that building right there used to be a public library. Then in 2013, it was converted to a Briscoe Western Art Museum, named after a former governor of Texas, Dolph Briscoe's right there. Now, personally, I've been there twice in the past 2 to 3 years. Things that I saw that I like. Pancho Villa has several saddles on display right here. Santa Anna, the general that attacked the Alamo, the ceremonial sword you can also find on display here at the museum. But the coolest thing that I've ever seen, personally, that I like, was a fully restored Wells Fargo Stagecoach. Cherry red, looks like a brand new car. Beautiful, beautiful wagon. And you can actually see it right there where the little trees are at. That's where it's at right there. Now, right in front of us is the training boat. A lot of boat captains have to go through that training, about 6 weeks of training, and they got to get about 45 hours of driving time, so that is what these guys are doing right here. All right, this right here is a cast iron bridge right here. These bridges were built back in the 1890s. Very solid, very sturdy, very painful. So, when we go into this bridge, you don't have to put your head down. You're going to be fine. You're going to make it fine as long as you don't stand up. We're going to be all right. All right, so now he's making it. He's getting through there. He's making it. He's making it. He'll do it. This bridge was built back in the 1890s. It's a cast iron bridge manufactured by a company called Berlin, Connecticut. We have 5 of these in San Antonio. Very solid, very painful, and very low lying. Now, let me ask my guests with one quick question. Does anyone on this boat have any wedding plans in the near future? I'm going to take that as a no. I did not see no hands. Anyway, I was about to introduce a wedding venue for you right here. Look to the right. You see a little table, little square table with a praying hand? Do you know what this little place is called? It is called Marriage Island. Before COVID, we used to have anywhere from 200 to 300 weddings right here. It is a very popular island. I've seen commercials being filmed here. I've seen celebrities in robes here. Again, people have been married here for over 300 years. It is said, should you get married on this island, you're going to have a lifetime of good fortune. And let me tell you what we do as boat captains for our guests. About 2 weeks ago, and this is like the 4th time I've done it. About 2 weeks ago, this couple gets on at River Center where you guys boarded. He whispers when he gets on the boat, "Hey John, when we go by Marriage Island, can you please stop for about 30 seconds? I said, sure. I said, what are you going to do? I said, I want to propose to someone. Not a problem. So they were sitting right there. Here I was 2 weeks ago, 9 o'clock at night. I stopped my boat. I took off my headset. I handed it to the young man right there. And I can still see the girl's expression. So all of a sudden he drops down on one knee. And she says, "Hey, Xavier, what are you doing?" He says, "I want to marry you." Like, what? And he pulls out the ring. And that girl, I've never seen anybody cry so much. She cried the time from the time she got the ring until we got back to River Center Mall. She cried the entire tour. Not only that, the boat was full like this, and half the boat started crying along with her. So like, that's all right. I'll feel like crying too, though. Why not? But anyway, the weirdest part about the whole story, she's from Albuquerque, he's from New Mexico. I'm sorry, he's from Albuquerque, she was from El Paso. How do they know about Marriage Island? Again, I told you, it's very popular. If you Google Marriage Island, you're going to find that El Piso Land is going to come back when you search it right there. All right, look to the left of the boat right here. Look to the left of the boat. Look at this structure right there. It's a Tower Life building. It is 403 feet tall with a flag mast of over 100 feet. Take a very good look at the top. You see that thing sticking out? They're called gorgiles. You know what they really are? They're really water spouts. They serve the water spout. Can you believe that the owners to this building back in 1929 said, if we put ugly features outside the building, you know what's going to happen? It's going to scare away bad business and evil spirits. That is why they build those ugly things outside the building. Let me show you what else they built to the building to make it look ugly, to scare away the bad business. Unfortunately for the Smith Young brothers, it did not work out very well. Check out the walls right there. I'm going to put on my laser. Look at the ugly faces. They're everywhere, not just on this side. They're on every side of the building right there. They're called grotesque. They're supposed to be like scarecrows. Let me give you the timeline one more time. The building opened in June of 1929 at a cost of $3 million. And then what happened in August of 1929? The stock market crashed. Guess what happened to this building after the stock market crash? A year after. It was auctioned off for less than $300,000. Total loss. So all this was for naught. The ugly faces, the gargoyle, they still lost the building. This building has been a TV station, has been a radio station. Dwight D. Eisenhower, when he was chief of staff in the Army, spent a lot of time here on the 7th floor. Again, a beautiful building, just never has really prospered much. Now, if you notice, I am not a speedboat. I take all my time on my boat. I am no hurry on my tour. I am not a speedboat. I just like to talk about buildings like that. Now, I am San Antonio. I've made 3 attempts in my lifetime to go up this building. You know how many times I've been up it? 0, none. You know why? Because it's always under construction. Guess what it is right now? Under construction. It's been like that for about 7 months. Go up that stairwell right there, all you see is broken walls and broken pillars. You don't see much other than that right there. All right, we're gonna make a little right turn here, and we're gonna look to the right of the boat. You're gonna see a building called the International Trade Center. Used to be called NAFTA, now it's called USMCA, with Canada, Mexico, and US bidding and trading right on the right-hand side. And then the bottom part is called Marina. That's for Go Rio storage of boats at night. We have 2 marinas, and we have 43 boats in our fleet right here. All right, straight ahead, you see that building right there? That is the oldest courthouse in the state of Texas, called the Bexar County Courthouse. Again, been here since 1897, fully functional courthouse. Beautiful red sandstone with a green distinctive tile on top right there. This is my favorite part of the tour, guys. Here's my favorite part of the tour. You know why? Either I'll make a left turn or a right turn. So, here's your choices. Captain John, make a left turn. Take this group to the Gulf of Mexico. We should be back within 3 to 4 days. Give or take. Choice number 2, Captain John, make a right turn. Take this group back to that Warren River Center ticket office where you picked them up. All right. Who wants to go to the Gulf? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, dang, man, we need about 10, 15 more boats. Oh, well, we're going to have to, sorry guys, we have to go back to River Center. All right, no problem. Now, right here is the deepest part of the San Antonio River. You see that boat going across? Right there is 40 to 50 feet deep. It is a flood channel. It's got to be deep. All along the wall right there is very deep. I'm going to make a right turn, but I want you to look to the left, and I'll make a right turn. I want you to spot that traffic light way yonder, about 200 yards. You see it? If I was to drive that way where the traffic light is, the river drops 20 feet immediately right there, like a dam. It just drops 20 feet. This river is 240 miles long. It starts 3.5 miles from here, and it ends near Corpus Christi, Texas, San Antonio Bay, which is only 150 miles. Why the river 240? Because it winds down like a snake, going down 5 different counties before it reaches South Texas. Now, when you look at this water, you look at it, it looks murky, it looks greenish, it looks dirty, it looks kind of, you know why it looks like this? This is a spring-fed river. The entire river San Antonio, it is spring-fed. We get our water from the bottom of the earth. It's already dirty when it comes up. Then when it rains, you see all these holes along the wall? We go all the trash, all the debris comes into our waterway. But you know what? Trash is not the problem we're having. Right now, unless you're a local San Antonio, you know what the problem we're having. If you're a visitor, it's kind of being unique. We're being invaded by things called apple smell. If you look to the right a little bit, over here, you see all that pink looking stuff? These used to be eggs right there. Apple smell eggs, right there, all that. Those, I'm going to pass this around a second. Those right there, when they're lively, they look like 1,000 eggs like that, and they're going to be healthy apples. I want to pass that around here. Pass that. Look at that. Now, every year, we have to empty our waterway to get rid of those guys. Because when we clean the Riverwalk, we pull out about 1,200 of those last year. And they're really don't do a lot of harm, but they suck up everything inside the Riverwalk. They attach themselves to the wall, and again, this is a regular river. We have our snakes, we have our snakes, tilapia, we have our fish, you name it, we got it. And I'm going to pass this around too. These are actual apple smells right here. Kind of medium size. I'm going to pass it that way. You can start it that way, man. All right. Let's try to get out of the water here. Normally I would stop here and show you some more stuff, but I'm going to have to move because we don't want I have to park the boat. If we get rained on, I'm going to park on the bridge, but we cannot be in the channel because in the channel, this is the flood channel. This is where all the water will be coming. We don't want to go down to the bay right now. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. Try to get out of the water. Now, if you look to the left, you see a little sign right there that says Main Plaza. There's one arrow that points directly in there. It's called San Fernando Cathedral. San Fernando Cathedral is the oldest cathedral in the state of Texas. It has been here since 1731. If you were to visit inside the cathedral today, on the left side of the church, you would actually find the ashes, the defenders of the Alamo, are buried in that church right there. Again, I'm speeding up a little bit to get out of the rain, and we can find a bridge. We'll have to, the rain's heavy. We're going to take shelter there. I'll take that, baby. Thank you. All right. Now, I know it's close to 1 o'clock already. Anybody hungry yet? Anybody hungry? All right. I'm going to tell you where you get a good bologna sandwich for $13. You heard right, $13 for a bologna sandwich. Right here on the right-hand side where the scaffold starts right there, there's a place called the Esquire Tavern. If you Google the Esquire Tavern food menu, you're going to see bologna melt, $13. I am not making that up. That's a lot of bologna, right? Yes, it is. Now, look to the left of the boat. Look to the left of the boat. Look to the window of the hotel right there and spot the chandeliers. Let me tell you what happened in San Antonio almost 100 years ago. The city of San Antonio was underwater. The water level on that day reached the bottom of those chandeliers 100 years ago, September 9, 1921, 8 feet above sea level. 50 people lost their lives here in San Antonio that one single day. How? They lived on the west side of San Antonio. When the flash flood came, it washed the houses, people into the river. That is how we lost 50 residents in one single day. It happened 100 years ago. Does not happen again. Hopefully it never happens again. Now, to the right here is the actual theater called the Aztec. That's the final ticket office for Go Rio. It's the Aztec location right here. The bottom part is the ticket office, the top part is the actual theater they opened back in 1926, and the silent movie theater. Right now, not a lot of things happening, just kind of bands and comedians perform here and there. I'm going to slow down here a little bit. All right, look straight ahead, look straight ahead. You're looking at the most popular bridge on our Riverwalk. You know what the locals call it here? They call this bridge the Selena Bridge. Anybody out named Selena or Jennifer Lopez? Okay, let me backtrack. Jennifer Affleck Lopez. I gotta change that last name every 4 years. Anyway, this year's Affleck. Jennifer Lopez was here in 1997. You know what? Tell me the movie Selena. If you saw the movie Selena and Jennifer Lopez, that little bridge right above your head is the one in that movie right there. All right, let me ask all my guests as we stroll down the river to try to get out of this rain. How many ducks? How many ducks do you think Captain John hits with this boat every year? How many ducks y'all think I hit? Show me in fingers. Don't give me the finger. Show me in fingers. Come on. I'll zero it there, zero over here, one over there. Come on, show me some fingers. How many ducks do you think I hit with this boat? Show me some fingers. Come, give me some fingers. 5, 1, very good guess. 5 of 10 over there, okay, not bad. 5 over there, very good guess. All right, you ready for the answer? The right answer is 0, none. You know why? Because they duck. Oh, yeah. All right, everyone, look this way. Miren para acá, miren para acá, miren para acá. Look over here, look over here. Look at me, look at me. Somebody's not looking. I want you to look at that. That's the building right there after we go under the bridge. I'm going to go under the bridge, and when we come up, I want you to look at the very top of that. It's going to look pretty cool. I just don't want you to miss it. That's why I always ask people, look over here. A lot of times they look over there, and they're looking this way. Like, there ain't no building over there. Here we go. When I come out, I'll tell you what it is. Look to the very top of that building. It's going to look pretty cool. Ready? All right. Look up, look up, look up. Looks like a single-sided building from this angle, right? It used to be a hospital, called the Dix Hospital. Opened back in 1930. First hospital in the U.S. had air conditioning and indoor parking. Now, it has been abandoned about 2 years, 2.5 years. Eventually, you know what it's going to be, right? Another hotel by the river. You know who was born here? The comedian Carol Burnett is born here, and so is Colonel Oliver North, also born in San Antonio. Since we're speaking military, did you know that San Antonio is a military city? Yes, we are. We have Lackland, we have Randolph, we have Fort Sam. Together they form what they call the Joint Base San Antonio. And did you know that Lackland will graduate between 30 to 32,000 cadets a year? If you're here tomorrow, guess what you're going to see? A lot of young men and women in light blue uniforms right out of graduation school. We always thank them and congratulate them for their service right here. Now, if you have not been to the Alamo, this is your shortcut right here. You see the double doors? They even have the sign on the wall for you. It says, the shop, Paseo del Alamo. That means pass through the double doors and on your way to the Alamo, right through those double doors right there. Also, you want to go to River Center Mall? That's your shortcut. A couple of streets up ahead and you're at River Center Mall. Straight ahead on the right hand side, I mentioned earlier, German population, very prominent, very strong. Check out this building called the Casino Club of San Antonio. Right now, obviously, sawgrass on the bottom, condos and apartments on top. But you know what famous people that stayed here in the past? Alex Haley Jr., the author of Roots, spent a lot of time here in this building right there. The author of Roots, back when he was writing his book. Also, Tommy Lee Jones, coming to Thunderbirds, has spent a lot of time right here in this building. Now, I am a San Antonian, been here all my life. Sometimes after the tour, the guests will say, hey John, can you recommend a restaurant? Or they'll ask me for my favorite restaurant. Believe it or not, my favorite restaurant is not even on this riverwalk. I like Mexican food, what can I say? My favorite restaurant, I'm going to name it. It's a Mexican restaurant. It's authentic food. It's inexpensive, better than downtown. It's a 13-minute walk from here. It's called Tierra in Market Square. Anybody been there? Ladies and gentlemen, y'all are reading the wrong brochures. That is the most popular Mexican restaurant in San Antonio. It's called Tierra. If it's not on your to-do list, Google it and you'll see how famous it is. That's where all the celebrities come when they go to Tierra. They end up over there. Now, if I needed to eat downtown, you see a little green umbrellas right there, little taco shell? It's called Boudreaux's. They serve the best guacamole here. You know what happens if you order that? They're going to bring all your ingredients to the table. They're going to chop them up for you tableside, squeeze the lemon, lime, and oranges right here, tableside guacamole. That is Boudreaux's. Love it, love it, love it. Now, if you say, John, I did not come all the way to San Antonio to eat guacamole, sir. I came to San Antonio to get loaded and party. Now, in that case, cross the river over here. Cafe Olé, they serve a mean 60-ounce margarita. 60, not 16. That thing is 13 shots of tequila. Yes, sir. Hey, it's 1 o'clock in San Antonio, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Yes, it is. All right, straight ahead. You see those colorful umbrellas on the right-hand side? That is Casa Rio. It is the oldest Mexican restaurant on the Riverwalk. They have been here since 1946. If you like Mex-Mex food, that is the place to hang out right there in Casa Rio. All right, going to make a left turn and go back. Remember, we came out here earlier. It's called the man-made. We're going to leave the natural part of the San Antonio River. We're going to make a left turn and go back into the man-made. I talked about earlier that every year we clean the Riverwalk to get rid of them little critters, the little snail, apple snails. Well, on January 21st, we clean the river. When I say clean the river, it takes 2 days to drain a Riverwalk to the bottom. And then it takes 2 days to refill it. And when I say drain, even the fish gotta go vámonos, everybody out of the water. So we take them out, and then eventually we'll drop them back in the water. Well, on January 21st, we clean the river. On January 28th, the local newspaper listed all the items that we found in the river after the cleanup. Anybody want to guess what item number 1 on that list would be this item that we found on the water? Did somebody say cell phone? That's exactly what it is. It's always cell phone. On a good year, we found up to 1,000 phones in the water. A good year is, for example, San Antonio hosts like the NCAA tournaments, and we have a lot of pep rallies downtown. That is a good year. That is when we found up to 1,000 phones. This year, we've only found 360 phones. Kind of sad, but that's true. Number 2 on the list. San Antonio has between 13 to 14 parades during the year. And you're seeing it right now. A lot of these chairs after the parade will not make it back to the rack. They end up in the water. That is number 2 on the list. Also number 3, not number 3, I'm sorry, on the list, you're familiar with the bird to raise the street level?
They're always digging those scooters out of the water here year round. Have GPS, a giant hook, and just snag them out of the water. And of course, somebody's always asking me, hey John, how many dead bodies did y'all find when y'all playing the river? We never found dead bodies. Weapons, yes. Weird things, definitely yes. Can anybody explain what 2 laptops should be doing in the water? There's no reason, right? All right, and guess what we found this year? Can anybody explain the item or the object we found this year? We found a parking meter, the whole stem and all in the water. There's no reason, right? Let's just take it out. Now, look to the right. Look to the right here. You see that structure right there? That is called the Tower of the Americas. That was the centerpiece for the 1968 World Fair right there. That structure is 750 feet tall with a restaurant at the very top that circulates once every hour. Again, it is the second tallest freestanding structure in the U.S. Number 1, Stratosphere in Vegas. Number 3, Space Needle in Seattle. But that is your number 2. That is the Tower of the Americas. Again, the hours of operation for the tower of 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Hey, guess what, guys? Once I make a left turn, we are practically home. We could have been going to the Gulf Coast enjoying margaritas and mariachis, but no, somebody wants to come back to this boring river center, and here we are. Maybe next time, right? Maybe next time? All right. Anyway, I hope you learned a little bit about San Antonio. I really did, because most of all, guys, I hope you had a little bit of fun. And if you had a little bit of fun, I want to hear that little hand clap. Let me hear that little hand clap. Always good to hear. Always good to hear, guys. Always good to hear. I'm going to make a left turn. I'm going to dock my boat. Please, please, please stay seated until that period one time to get off, and we'll get you on your way because these boats are moving. Also, as your boat captain, I am allowed to accept tips. I am going to put my tip jar there. If you think I did a good job or a decent job, you're all allowed to leave tips. All tips are welcome and greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, so give me a few minutes. Let me dock my boat, and we'll get you going the rest of your day right here. And on behalf of Captain John, I want to wish everyone a very, very happy Thanksgiving on this coming Thursday. Safe one and stay warm.